the ReliaQuest Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So BYU's offense will go on the attack first. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Completes it in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
So the USC Trojans offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example.
Breaks into the open.
It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 35, he's loose. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Brown will throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Horton. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They stop him after a 6-yard run out through the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, this running back has been the only guy obviously who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to...
Turning it on! Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that adds to a successful day. 100 yards rushing on the day. That's what you strive for. Usually when you hit that 100-yard mark, a lot of times you're saying my offense is going to win, my team is going to win. He's at the 100-yard mark, so that's a good thing for the offense.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Lewis wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The play action fake. It's complete to the left. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to avoid the pick.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside give. Past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Brown wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. And the Cougars are rolling down the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Under fire. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The give to the tailback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Pick up the 1st down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. Nice move to pick up yardage. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
He'll pull it down. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big line explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Lewis to throw. It's complete to the right. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Rolls it in. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Trying the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Malone. And the returner will be brought down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Slithers into space. Fights off a defender. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Grab near the marker. It's Nacua. And gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Brown will throw it. He lost one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll park it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think of...
There he goes! He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, USC.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Reese, 2 quarters in the books in the ReliaQuest Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here, looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case.
BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game, punctuating this season.
And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Lewis wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's in open space downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Trojans are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for his man in the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense got really lucky there. I don't know if there was a coverage bust or what. There is no way that receiver should have been that wide open. Lucky for the defense, though, he puts it on the ground.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on 2nd down from the 13. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. The quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. You got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Tackled there by the defense.
If you're going to attack and have success against man covers, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Extending the play. Slings it downfield. It's complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Power football with the run. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give on the option. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Brown will throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Nacua. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. BYU lines up quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Got his man downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. BYU with the 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. The Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Love being in the booth. Love covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
From the shotgun, the inside give. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff understanding who's out there to make a play.